This is going to be a short follow-up to last week's little clip I shot on the mystery grapes, but first I want to show you the new addition to the farm. I acquired 3 Muscovy ducks unexpectedly a couple days ago. Somebody had to move out of an apartment and to a new one here in Tampa and couldn't keep them. And what's funny is I've been hoping to acquire Muscovy ducks this year by catching some babies with my bait cast net in the neighborhood lake. But this year there were no babies, and so now I have them. So this area, which had originally I would plan to turn it into a big collection of Louisiana irises, since it's fenced off from the yard. Here, let's pan the area. Since it has a small, very deep pond here, this bigger pond in the middle, and then another smaller deep pond at the far end, I thought this, with some changes, will be an ideal place to raise Muscovy ducks. This is their temporary nighttime sleeping quarters to keep them safe from raccoons. They seem to love having access to a pond after growing up in a small apartment. Okay, let's check out those grapes, because these have been some very positive changes. When I shot the previous clip, which I have not posted yet, there was some debate in my mind if I was actually getting grapes setting on this mystery grape that I call Gray Street Grape. But as you see here, I'm getting very abundant grape set, which is the first time ever in its 4 years of life that this plant has set grapes. And it's now obvious I'm going to have a tremendous number of grapes. Let's go down the side here. Wherever I look, I'm seeing grapes. Last year it bloomed for the first time ever, made thousands of blooms, and one goofy little grape, which was red, which very much surprised me because I had been assuming it was a wild Florida grape, which are generally, actually they're almost always purple. Here's a really nice cluster here. Now if we go around the side, this is where Gracie's grape is, another mystery grape that used to belong to the now deceased mom of a high school friend, Mike Valdez. Her name was Gracie Valdez. I've long thought that this plant of hers that she acquired from a neighbor was a variety called Blue Lake. Let's take a look. And also for the first time, Gracie's grape is setting a really, really nice crop of grapes. Gracie's grape is your classic purple, very Concord tasting, wonderful classic purple grape flavor in large clusters. And she basically occupies this whole south end of the hen house. Okay, let's go around one last pass from Gracie's grape to Gray Street Grape, which I got from a rental that was going to be bulldozed. There's the original sign. There's the trunk. And I think one reason it's responding better this year is I ran the sprinkler inside the hen house to put a stop to a problem with poultry mites, which last year bit me literally by the hundreds. They need dry conditions to breed, so I've now set the sprinkler in here twice, which pretty much put a stop to the poultry mites, but I think it may have given Gray Street Grape a needed dose of water. I think it would have dissolved and rinsed into the soil the accumulation of chicken poop. So here's the latest update on Gray Street Grape. I'll keep you all posted. I'd be very curious if, since it made one red grape last year, if these all end up red grapes. One of the reasons I'm focusing so much energy on this is here in Florida, regular table grapes are considered virtually impossible. Concords, your classic California table grape, they're all considered very, very difficult or impossible due to something partly called Pierce's disease is one issue. Now here on the south fence, I've got my years-old muscadine grape, which is the only kind of grape considered reliable for Florida. But it was bred from a native species here called Vitis rotundifolia. But many people do not like the taste and texture of the muscadines. They come in small clusters, they're round, very, very big. But many people object to the seeds and the thick skins. So I'm going to be very excited to see what Gray Street offers in the way of fruit quality. I'll try to download this video later today and go ahead and post the first one so you can see the big change in fruit size that's occurred in just 1 week's time. Have a good Sunday, y'all. Bye-bye.